You know, Lady Zainab alayhi salam, she says something. I've heard some brothers and sisters, not that they object to it, but it confuses them. When Ibn Ziyad asked her, how do you find how God killed your brother Hussein? Look at the mountain of patience. What did she say? Ma ra'aytu illa jamila. I've seen nothing but beauty. How is this beautiful? Some people have objected to me. Sayyid, we don't understand the psychology of Lady Zainab. I mean, we know it's good to be patient. We're not denying that. But this is a big tragedy. How can you call it beautiful? What's beautiful about it? It's painful. Yes, we be patient, but it's not beautiful. How can she say something like that? Lady Zainab has figured out an equation most people have not figured out. I'll share with you that equation. It's even a mathematical equation that we can cite in order to see what Allah is giving us in return for our suffering. Many people have trouble with suffering. In fact, one reason why atheists become atheists is they say, if we have a merciful Lord, then why is there suffering? Why does He allow for suffering? Lady Zainab discovered that equation and she shares it with us. I'll share with you that equation. Let's say I make a deal with you. Imagine this deal. I tell you, work for 5 years. In return, I'll give you 50 years of comfort. You work hard for 5 years, suffer for 5 years, 50 years you'll live like a king. Does this sound like a good deal? Excellent deal. Why? Because you're giving 5 out of 50, which is how much? 1/10, 10%. You're giving 10, you're getting how much? 90. That's a great deal. Ask businessmen. When you give 10, you get 90? That's a fantastic business deal. Usually you just make some profit. If you're making 90% for 10%, that's excellent. Now imagine, if I tell you work 5 years, give me 500. I'll give you 500 years. 500 years you'll be a king. Now what's the equation? Now you're giving 1% and you're getting how much? 99%. How does this deal sound? Super deal, right? What if I tell you, give me 5 and I'll give you 5,000 in return? 50,000. No. 500,000. No. 5 million. I wish you could put a number. What will God give you on the day of judgment? Infinity. Those who are good at math, if you divide any number by infinity, what do you get? 0. Allah says, give me 70 years, 50 years, there's suffering. I give you infinity. What you're giving God divided by infinity is how much? 0. You're giving Allah 0, He's giving you 100. Isn't that beautiful? Show me a deal like that. Ma ra'aytu illa jamila. With all the suffering, technically it's 0. Because you're getting infinity in return. And any number you divide by infinity, any number becomes 0. That's the beautiful equation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you. That's the deal that Allah makes with the believers. Show me a more merciful, a more just deal. What you're giving God is nothing compared to what He's given you. Ma ra'aytu illa jamila. It says, I see nothing but beauty. It's a big tragedy, but doing business with God is beautiful. And that's what we learn in this life.